One of my favorite breakfast or snacks is a half of an Ezekiel sprouted grain English muffin with almond butter on it. And I have one right here. It is like 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning, and I'm looking for something light to eat because I'm just a little hungry, but I'm not ready to eat a full-blown breakfast yet. And one of the basics of clean eating that I've been able to learn is from the Toscarino books, the Eat Clean Diet or the Eat Clean book. She has a whole bunch of them out there, but she has a whole page on Ezekiel breads in there. And basically the name comes from the Bible. The biblical Ezekiel supposedly lived off of a hearty bread described in the Holy Scriptures as follows: take unto the wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and spelt and put them in one vessel and make bread of it. That's Ezekiel 4:9. This bread sustained him while he lived in the desert for 2 years. It is a nutritionally complete food since it contains protein and complex carbohydrates in perfect balance. The one thing about that I've noticed about these is that I had to keep them in the freezer, because if you keep them out longer than a day or two, like I'll keep one English muffin out at all times. I won't take more than that out, because if I don't eat it in a couple days, it starts to get moldy. And I think that's the way our food really is supposed to be, but we've put all these sort of preservatives in our food. This one obviously doesn't have a lot of preservatives in it, so that's why I like it. This is one of my favorite breakfasts when I don't feel like eating a lot in the morning, or I'm going to be having a workout very early and I want something pretty light. I have a half of an Ezekiel sprouted grain English muffin and a teaspoon of all natural almond butter. Now you see this stuff is not cheap. This is from a health food store. We have a store here called Wegmans that I can find this a little cheaper at. It's $10, around $9 or $10 for this size. But you do want to look, hold on one second. You do want to look that the ingredients say just almonds, and this says dry roasted unblanched almonds. And it contains almonds, nothing else. So what I do is I keep it in the freezer. I take one out at a time, and then I have half at a time. This is the half that I have left over from yesterday. So I'll toast this and put a teaspoon of almond butter on it, spread the almond butter on it, and then put it back in the toaster just to make the almond butter just a little warmer. And then I'll take one out of here and put it in this bag that I'll use tomorrow.